everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. Welcome to my little corner where there's no wrong way to do anything. We just have fun and we're not perfect, but that's okay. We're just gonna hang out. Today I am going to do another scraps to embellishments, but I'm also kind of cross-referencing that with organizing and embellishments. I was going to do a series called Titles and Tags, but I've decided to include it in this because in this, it's about how I have titles, extra titles, how I store them. And so I thought maybe, and tags will be the same way. So I thought maybe I'd combine them. Now I will put it on both playlists and I will list both the organizing embellishments and the scraps to embellishments playlist below. So if that is something that would interest you, definitely check out those links. Just hit the description and it'll be right under there. And with that said, let's just get started. Okay, so you guys know I'm all about my scraps. And I always, I've showed this before. I have scraps, little scraps and big scraps, sorted a little bit different. My larger scraps I have in baggies by color. And my little scraps I just keep next to me in a drawer in my basket. I've showed that before. Let me grab this out, So I just, whatever I've been playing with, you'll see the white I recently used on the whiteout, some of that teal, and yes, I keep everything. But I'm going to show you what I do for my titles. And some of it's kind of new to me. I've decided to do it a little different because I wasn't using them, and some of it is not. So here you will see titles that I've been gifted, titles that I've made. That one says, let me just use this here. That one says autumn. So on and so forth. There's one that says memories. I did an exchange one time or more than once with different people because I only have a big shot. That's it. So my dies are not necessarily ginormous. And some of you gals have circuits and that kind of thing, and you can make bigger titles. So I have been known to ask to switch. This one says kindness in green. I did make this one. It was actually for a swap I made that one. Obviously I had an extra one. Let's see here. This is one that Peggy just sent me. One smart cookie. For the mini swap on Love RTS that I've talked about many times, I've had a title swap. I don't know that it went over so well, and I'm kind of hoping we can do it maybe once a season. And by me doing this video, it might help others, right? So what I will do is I used to keep all of these kind of titles in one of these, okay? It has a little handle on the top, and this is the one I used to have it in, and this one, and this one, and this one were all full. I do like big ones, smaller one, medium, and small, which was great, except I would have to dig through them. And I didn't like that. So, because they get hung up on each other and it would drive me crazy. So I'm going to show you my solution to that. I'm also going to show you what I'm talking about when I say scraps. So let's start there. You're going to see my binder here. So obviously I'm going to store them in my binder. And this is brand new because I've decided to take them out of that tub. We all have dies. We all have word dies. We all have bought them. This one says family, moments, beautiful. This is a Sizzix one from Tim Holtz. Those a little smaller. These are ones that I get in my card kit from Stamps of Life. We all have them. I mean, even if you don't buy word dies, there's usually one. If you buy a die set of any kind, you have some somewhere. So what I like to do, a lot of times to make my titles, I use black. Black is the go-to for me. Now you may have different colors, and that's okay. There's no wrong way, whatever you like. I also like to make titles out of multicolored paper, scraps, right? So I would literally take beautiful or memories or family, and I would put that die on here and run it through my Sizzix, and then I would have a title. And I will tell you, multicolored papers make gorgeous titles. They seriously do. If you have, like I have a little section about this big of multicolored papers that come in kits and paper pads that I just don't like. I mean, there's no other way to say it. It's not that I don't like the paper, I don't like the print, and it's not something I would use. But instead of purging them, I mean, I have purged them, but I will ask myself, can I make a title out of that? Because really, if you're into Disney and you were to take this Moments die and cut this out, I mean, these are the perfect colors for Disney, and it would look good on a Disney page. So think outside the box of the way you can use papers you don't like for titles, scraps that are just miscellaneous, right? So we always, or I always have black scraps. Sometimes they're big, sometimes they're small. And how many times would we use a common title like memories, hello, today, beautiful, friend, remember, on and on and on. I use them all the time, and I wanted to have them accessible to me. So when my scraps get a little much, I will go through them if I know I need titles, and I will just sit in front of the TV and or my favorite YouTuber, and I will just crank out with my dies. No different than I showed you with the stamping, the sentiments, right? These are titles. It's the same concept. And I've done stamps of them too. Like I have larger stamps that have titles also. So once I do all that, then I'm at this point, okay? And then I sort them by color. And then from there, I will go to my binder. Now I haven't put these away, and I did that on purpose so that I could show you guys. You'll see that I still need to sort these. We would sort them by color. This one would be yellow. This one would be purple, green, so on, so forth, blue, so on and so forth. From there, you could even subdivide them more, and I do, right? If I were to do this, it wouldn't go in necessarily a color binder, but it would go in my Disney, or for me, Disney is under children because I use Disney for birthdays. I use Disney for a lot of different things. It's not just about going to Disney, and believe it or not, I've gone to Disney 3 times and I don't have hardly any photos of Disney. Why, you may ask? Because I had 5 babies, and when you have 5 kids, at least one, sometimes 2, were in a stroller. I'm more worried about my kids being kidnapped than I am about taking photos, which is sad when I think about it. But it was always just me and my husband. So yeah, I don't have a whole lot of photos, but I do like Disney, and my kids were into Disney, Mickey, Minnie, my grandbaby's into that. So what I'm saying is, for me, Disney does not go in its own category. It goes in children, but that's here nor there. Okay, because I have children, because there's some things that are boy or girl. Okay, so once you've gone through your scraps and you've done all these beautiful titles that you like, then you're going to go back to my binder system. And I showed you how to make your own pockets, and or you can buy them on Amazon. And I'm really sorry for the glare. Like, maybe if I move, it could be a little darker today. There, is that better? I know sometimes you can see my ring light. Okay, so this is just going to be white and black. Those are the 2 colors I use the most. And I literally made a binder just for titles, but only for white and black. Anything that is colored, I will do the same thing, but I will put it in my color section. So like all these gold ones would go in gold. I have a die that says fall and grateful and together. I may choose to put some in gold, and I might put some in or yellow or orange, or I might put some in my fall category. That's the great thing. Like if you do a whole bunch of them, you can put them in all the different categories and they're going to be right there. Okay. And that's the concept with my black and white binder of titles. I only do this with titles because you need a title on every page, no matter what color combination you're doing. And most of the time, myself, I will pick black or white. Now, not always, but I will. And if I can just grab this, it's right next to my binders now with my sketches that I print off and that type of thing. It's always next to me, and I can just grab a fast title, okay? So I put all of these in here. You can see, now some of these I custom made, some I have purchased the pockets, okay? Then I took my stickers out of my black binder and I put them here with my titles because I'm not using them enough, and I don't like that. I spent all this money. I need to use these. And some of these are titles. Like, I even think this is from a swap, to be honest. But I'm going to see if this makes me use them more. I just tore the page out of my composition notebook. I put it in just a regular page protector, and that's where I'm at right now. We'll see if it works. Okay, and these are all stickers, clear ones, acetate ones. These are from, what are these from? I don't remember where I got these. I love these though. I have like 3 sets. I think this is all I have left. Here's a huge title. So instead of taking the time, which I could have, taking them all off, I just ripped the page out. I just put them in here because I'm lazy. I'm not gonna lie, that's what it is. I'm lazy. Okay, so then this is all starting my black ones, and then I started this. Now this will end up being, I'm not done with it yet, but this will end up being probably my largest title section because I use black a lot. Black pops off of every color, hence the reason we use it so much. And this is just a regular baseball card one. It's the same concept as I've showed you through all the other organization videos. You have a little tiny scrap, get it out. Just, I have, you know, certain dies I keep close to me all the time. I have a few sets of these, and just whip out, or if you know you want a certain, use a certain die that you have, instead of making one, make 4. And then put 4 of them in here. I've done that a lot. So, and you know, they don't have to be black. Let's say you're like, well, I already have this die out. I'm already doing it. So cut it and go through your scrap tub real quick. Maybe you just have red, but that's okay. You can do this exact same thing in your red. Now I will tell you, write the name of, well, write whatever the title is. Here's why, because when you get more than one in there, as you can see, you can't really tell what it says. I mean, you can see this says hello, but it's because I have one. This one, you can't tell that says adventure, and then you're gonna have to dig it out, see what it says. So just do yourself a favor and do that. I've done the same thing. This is a custom page, that a pocket that I made. Now, when I have really small ones, really small ones, and I do sometimes, I remember I cut 2 of these out because I had 2 scraps that were exactly the same. Let me show you. Maybe I can find one in here. Let's say I had 2 of these. I was doing these little raccoons, and I had 2, and I had a small enough die that I could cut some out of here. I would double it up and do 2 at a time, okay? But because they're so small, right, they're gonna get stuck down in there, and these all come apart. So I just took a little sticky note. It says Loving Life. I put them in a little baggie, and then I am just going to slide the baggie right inside of here. If I can get it open, geez. Right inside of here. I will know what it says, and when I go across it, it's black. So, oh, that's a nice little sentiment / title, because our titles don't always have to be big. I mean, our titles can be smaller. So this is my little tip. None of this is new to anyone, but this is how I am going to start storing them. And I think that, I think it's going to help me a lot. You know, there's lots of times together, family, cool. I'll stamp, I have a stamp that says cool, or says vibes, and I'll put cool on the page here, this die cut, and then stamp vibes next to it because it's really small. Things like that. I can just grab it and go. And or if I'm in the middle of it, this is going to continue to grow. And yeah, it could end up really big, but you know it's going to be really awesome when I'm putting page kits together, or I just don't feel like taking the time to get out my alpha stickers, which I find that I'm buying less of because they're so expensive. Like thickers and stickers are so expensive. So I can just go through here and find a title that'll work. These common ones like remember, memories, happiness, thankful, grateful, beautiful. I could go on and on. Memories, I might have already said that. You can just grab that. Now I'm gonna go one step further with this. I'm not there yet, but from now on, if I have extra paper and I am using alpha dies, such as this bigger one, I am going to do extras in the event that I have extra paper, because I can take a baseball card like this and I could literally take this and go A, B, C, D, E, F, you know, and I could just be like, oh, I can get one extra R out of there, so I'll get an R. And when I get done with my little kit caboodle that I have here, at the end of the season, as I told you guys, at the end of each season, I clean this totally out and I start fresh. And sometimes, like this time, I've already had to clean it out once because it just got so full. But I will find that R and I will put it in a small baggie here. And then eventually, over time, I will have enough if I want to spell a word, but I don't want to get my die cut Sizzix out, my Big Shot, I can just find the letters and make them. So that is my next level of doing this, which I will get there. It's just I'm not going to go and sit for hours with a piece of black cardstock just to do that. Over time, that will build itself up and I will have that in here. That is my plan. Okay, so, or sometimes I've even like accidentally broke a word. Let's say I'm doing memories and I tear one of the letters, so I have to do it again, or I don't know. So I always end up with extra die cut letters. I don't know why I do, but I do. Am I the only one that does that? But I can stick them in those pockets, and I might end up doing that with every color because it's going to depend on what color I'm doing. Definitely will do it with the black. I'm not sure if I will go to that extent with the other colors. Because I use black titles a lot. Like I said, they go with every color scheme. They do. So I hope that'll help. It's another way to use our scraps and something that's useful, something that will save us money. Things are going up. We got to find a way to get the most out of this beautiful paper that we have and these tools that we all buy. Everyone buys them. Well, most people buy them. So definitely think about your dies. Think about titles. You bought the die, right? So like, use it. Actually use it. So, like I said, these little ones I like a lot. I do have my bigger ones, like this one. It says beautiful. I do. I have a whole set of them, and I use those too. Don't get me wrong. But they're not as easy to use with scraps, right? But if I was getting out this die to do that title, instead of cutting one, I might cut 4. Usually you can do 2 at a time, so it's literally 2, maybe 3 swipes through the Sizzix, and then I have extras of these, and the next time I want it, I can just grab one out of my binder. So hope that helps. Just another one. I know it's been a little while since I've done a scraps to embellishments and an organization. Like I said, this is a cross between the both, and I would love your comments, love your ideas, and I will see you next week because tomorrow's Sunday and it's family day for me. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.